All right, so we're diving into something pretty wild today. A black Republican candidate is calling himself a black Nazi. Seriously, you can't make this stuff up.
Yeah, you see a headline like that and you almost have to double take.
It's like, is this real life or some kind of Onion article gone wrong? But this is from EFE through CNN. They're usually pretty legit, right?
Right. EFE is like the Associated Press, but with a more international reach. And this report, it came out September 19th, talking about Mark Robinson. He's running for governor of North Carolina.
And they call him controversial, which, let's be honest, is practically code for get ready for some fireworks in political reporting.
For sure. But then they hit us with this quote where Robinson supposedly refers to himself as a black Nazi.
And that's where my brain kind of short-circuited.
It's one of those things you have to unpack carefully. Because the word Nazi, it's not just a casual insult. It carries the weight of history, of genocide, of a horrific ideology.
Absolutely. You can't just throw that word around lightly.
Exactly. And when you factor in that Robinson is black and he's running as a Republican, the whole thing just gets more and more complex.
Yeah, it's like, what's the angle here? What's he trying to say?
That's the million-dollar question, because the article, it doesn't give us the full context around this statement.
Right. It's just like, he said it, but not where, to whom, under what circumstances. Was it a rally? A private conversation? Was he quoting someone else to make a point?
Exactly. Without that crucial context, it's almost impossible to figure out if this was meant literally, figuratively, sarcastically, anything.
It's like they're trying to tell us a joke, but forgot the punchline.
And that's what makes this whole thing so fascinating, but also frustrating, because we're left with more questions than answers.
And this is where we have to be careful, because a shocking headline without the full story, that's how misinformation spreads.
100%. This is where critical thinking is so important. We can't just take things at face value, especially in the world of politics, where narratives are often manipulated for gain.
Absolutely. We've got to do our own digging, seek out different perspectives, try to understand the nuances.
Exactly. Because without the full picture, it's too easy to jump to conclusions, to let ourselves be swayed by outrage or shock tactics.
Which, let's be real, is often the goal in a heated election cycle.
Right. This could be a calculated move to get people talking, stir up controversy, and distract from other issues.
Or it could be a genuine moment that's been blown out of proportion. We just don't know yet.
But that uncertainty, that's exactly why we need to be cautious about drawing any firm conclusions. We're missing crucial pieces of the puzzle. Who knows what this black Nazi comment truly means without more information?
It's a good reminder that sometimes the most explosive headlines are the ones that require the most skepticism.
And the ones that should push us to dig deeper, to ask tough questions, and to be wary of easy answers. Because in a world awash in information, it's often the things left unsaid that speak the loudest.
And on that note, we'll be keeping an eye on this story as it develops.
Be sure to check back for updates if and when we get more context.
Because sometimes the real deep dive starts when the initial shock wears off.